My name is Liane Rozzell, and I support the Family Bill of Rights. The right to notification is extremely critical for families. It's important so that we can choose to be involved in all of the events that affect our children. I'm going to tell a little story about how that did not work well with one particular instance. Our son was due for a court hearing, and I did not get the notification until 8:05 the morning of the hearing. I got a phone call that said, be in court at 9 o'clock. He has some more charges against him, and so you need to come today. I got to court, and I realized that the other families of the other kids who were involved in the same incident were not present. I went ahead and sat in where one of the young men was there, and his parents weren't there, and I knew that his parents were very involved, caring parents. They were always at visitation, both of them, and they would have been there if they had known and could have been there, but they weren't there. And the judge asked the staff, the court staff, well, where are the parents? Where's his attorney? Were they notified? And the staff nodded their head and said, yeah, we called, we left messages. And at that point, I wanted to say, well, they only called me at 8:05 this morning. But of course, those same court personnel I relied on for any kind of notification, and so I kept quiet. When I was concerned later, I found out that some of the other families involved, one mother had to go to work at 5:30 in the morning, so there was no way that notification would have reached her. Another woman worked for the Army, and she couldn't just up and leave because she would have been AWOL. And in my case, I happened to have enough privilege that I was able to call my office that day and schedule a day off, but my spouse did not have that and had to have a meeting before coming to court as soon as she could. The other thing is that we found out much later that they knew, the court system folks knew, almost 24 hours ahead of time that there had been a new court date set. And they notified one of the parents. And the parent that they notified that afternoon, the afternoon before, was someone who had previously worked at the court. So it was clear that it wasn't impossible for them to notify. They valued that one parent and notified her the afternoon before, but they didn't value us enough to notify us in enough time to plan to be at court. So to me, that was an illustration of where notification could have and should have happened in a much more timely fashion. And that's why the right to notification is important.